Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager part number 778S DBA N. This is a door bottom is what it is. It's a U-shaped door bottom that features a drip cap. Drip caps are awfully nice to use on either in-swinging or out-swinging exterior doors. We'll talk more about that in a moment. So the 778S is representative of the profile of this item. It's a U-shaped door bottom, as you can see, that has an insert, has a drip cap. The dash DBA is dark bronze anodized. This is Hager's dark bronze anodized that they have here. Okay. The N in the part number means neoprene. Means that this insert has a synthetic rubber. It's called neoprene, very durable, very water resistant. Is going to seal very well. Is not the most flexible product, a bit rigid, but will be known to give you a good solid fit and seal at the bottom. The other option from Hager would be vinyl, and vinyl would be used only if economy was the most important aspect to sealing the bottom of the door. I couldn't really see ordering a unit with a drip cap and then going with a underpowered insert like vinyl, which will fatigue with extreme temperature and ultraviolet. If there's daylight, there's ultraviolet. You don't have to have the vinyl in direct contact with sunlight to degrade. Here in southern Florida, if there's daylight, if there are photons, there's ultraviolet. So vinyl's not the best choice for lots of applications. Extremely cold or any sort of climate where you can you can get a suntan by sitting on your balcony on a cloudy day. Now, what is this drip cap? The drip cap is basically intended to help drive away water away from the point of the face of the door. Okay, so that ½ inch about is what it is about is extremely effective at helping prevent the moisture from pooling right at the face of the door. At least you're kicking it out away from the door, and that is known to be extremely effective at being able to permit the conditions by which you're not going to have an intrusion of water, whether it be a drip cap installed on a door bottom or an individual drip cap installed at the bottom of a door, or the 2½ inch projection that they'll place at the top of doors, proven to be incredibly effective. So a U-shaped door bottom like this bottom is going to be used when the client has an exterior door. Obviously a drip cap is going to be appropriate for moisture, rain, basically. You wouldn't use one on an interior door. I don't see there'd be any sense to that. The U-shaped bottom is nice because it will, encapsulate the entire bottom portion of the door. Sometimes people will use U-shaped door bottoms to help mitigate a door that is beginning to succumb to lack of maintenance. It's swelling, it's falling apart, and you can indeed just kind of put that door bottom on there and get more years of usage out of the doors, so to speak. Then, of course, that insert down here is going to seal well against the sill or the threshold. Okay, let's take some dimensional properties. Before we do that, about the drip cap, if this was an out-swinging door, this is going to be great. If it's an in-swinging door, you're going to have to notch that drip cap around the stop, or you might do a full notch as well around the door stop, because if the door swings in, you'll need to accommodate for that, because you're not going to want the door bottom to stop short of the entire width of the door, so you'll notch the drip cap portion back so that this can continue to run long the entire width of the door. Now there's an image down below this video that shows the important dimensional properties of this item, and let's go over that now. It's not really clearly identified, but this is indeed for an 1¾ inch door. Okay, the height on the exterior is 1¼ inch. Okay, the inside portion, here go the screws, are 11/16. Okay, then you're going to have about ½ inch, 17/32 they have that called out there, from where the bottom of the door would sit to the bottom of the sill. Okay. And then finally, the projection of that drip cap is indeed about 1/2 inch. Okay, very effective. Now it's listed in the website in mill in 3 different finishes: MIL for mill, GLD for gold, and then DBA for dark bronze. Let's take a look at the links down below this video. First is the product info, and that is, the product info is a generic overall review of thresholds and weather stripping, something that is published by Hager, that you know, would be a good thing to read. If all you want to do is seal the bottom of the door, I probably would avoid that and avoid investing in time into that document. Then there's the product catalog, and that's nice because it will show you some sister products related to it. You'll see on the bottom of page 1, the 778 that we're discussing. There are sister products to this, namely the 783 would be an item very similar to this product. The difference primarily being is, you're going to have a slight difference in design. And the 778 has been tested for air infiltration, where the 783 has not been. They're both UL listed, which would permit them to be used on fire-rated doors. I have to imagine that it's the design of the insert that is allowing it to possibly be tested, or it could be that Hager only had one of their 2 U-shaped drip cap models tested, which would be the 778S for air infiltration, and that would be actually defined. I'm going to take that back about the link to the product info. Air infiltration and the symbol that you see there, looks kind of like a cloud, I guess, is defined in that product info. So yeah, that would be certainly beneficial to read. Many other door bottoms are listed there. Door sweeps, variations of all of this material with and without drip caps would be something you can review in the product catalog. Installation instructions are there, and those are relatively simple. That is a relatively simple document. Measure, cut to length, pre-drill the holes, install, enjoy, that sort of scenario. Then there's a template, and that is going to be a technical drawing that we've already reviewed, basically. Now, this is listed in the site in many lengths, at least a dozen lengths, from 24 inch to 8 foot. Obviously 3 foot is going to be the most common size. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and indicate in the comment field the length that you'd like for it to be cut back to, and we'll be happy to provide that. The reason I say that is this is a 3 foot piece. It's unlikely that your door is actually 3 foot. It could be. Actually, it's not unlikely that it could be exactly 36 inch. It's likely that your door is 35 and 7/8 or 35 and 1/16, or things of that nature. So if you have need for a custom length, let us know. By all means, if you're going to take a 3 foot piece and cut it down to 32 inch, let us know the size and we'll provide that, because well, you've got this slotted hole that's here at a kind of standard distance from the edge. And if you were to cut that down to 32 inch, your next hole's all the way over here. You're going to be stuck drilling a new hole, and naturally drilling a slotted hole is difficult. You're going to want to be able to have slotted holes from the factory, if at all possible, because it will allow you to tailor the installation on the bottom of the door to account for a sill that's not level, or maybe a door and frame that are not plumb. Or if when you're pre-drilling the holes, that drill bit may have walked a little bit before it pierces into the wood, aluminum, stainless, bronze, steel, fiberglass, whatever you're installing it onto. And I have installed these, and I've watched people install these, and having the ability to tailor that on the bottom of the door ever so slightly is the difference between it being far too tight for the door to close without really having to pull on it, which is going to just compromise the installation sooner rather than later. And if it's a fire door, that door certainly still has to be self-closing and self-latching, so getting that placed on the door is crucial. And the other thing is not making enough contact. You know, that's akin to not having a door bottom on the bottom of the door. So if you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know. We'll be happy to oblige. If you need a notch preparation done on this, reach out to us. We can have the factory provide that service. There is an additional cost. We would enter that order manually for you, but the good news is that we can provide that. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Hager products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Speaking of those holes, screws are included in a complimentary finish. Okay. Any questions on the Hager 778S-DBA-N or any other Hager product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.